In this session, we'll begin the layout of the front and top views of the V-block. We'll start by choosing the Use a Template option and then select the template file AutoCAD A Title. After making sure that the Construction Lines layer has been set as the current layer, we'll turn on the Object Snap Tracking, Line Weight Tracking, and Model buttons in the status bar area. The first object that we'll create is a rectangle. After selecting the rectangle icon, we'll click the left mouse button to define the lower left corner of the rectangle and then key in at 3, 2.5 to define the opposite corner. We'll now make a copy of the rectangle. First, we'll click on one of its edges and then right-click the mouse and select the option Copy Selection. We'll now click on the lower right corner of the rectangle in order to define the base point and then key in at 0, 0.75 to define the amount of displacement between the original rectangle and the copy. The next step is to rotate our new rectangle. We'll start this process by first left-clicking on the rectangle in order to pre-select it. Then we'll right-click the mouse and select the Rotate option. Now we'll click on the lower right corner of the selected rectangle to define the point about which rotation will occur, and then key in 30 for the rotation angle. We'll now begin to draw the top view of the V-block. After selecting the rectangle icon, we'll now locate the crosshairs over the corner of the front view in order to activate the Object Track Alignment feature. Now we'll position the crosshairs about 1.5 inches above the corner and then left-click the mouse, followed by keying in at 3, 2 in order to define the other corner of the rectangle. We'll now select the rectangle that we have just created and then click on the Explode icon in order to divide the rectangle into 4 separate line segments. Our next step is to create 2 additional lines toward the center of the rectangle by using the Offset command with an offset distance of 0.2. We'll now repeat the Offset command in order to create 2 more lines that are located 0.75 inches from the top and bottom lines. At this point, we'll now use the Layer control box to change the current layer to Object Lines. Now we'll select the line icon in the drawing toolbar and then draw the 3 lines as shown here in the front view. We'll now turn on the Polar button in the status bar area and then move the crosshairs near the left vertical line shown here. As you can see, the polar intersection marker is displayed, so we'll left-click in order to create the next line. Our last step is to right-click the mouse and select the Close option.